Hey techies, welcome back in Tech IVP channel. So guys, today we are going to discuss some very important interview question regarding the manual testing, which is most of the time asked by the interviewer in the final round. It is a kind of a managerial round. So most of the time, manager asks this question to check your knowledge about the manual testing, how much you are comfortable in the manual testing, and if there is not possibility you have to do execution with the automation. So then in that case, how you have to execute your manual testing. Okay, so let's start how we have to be answer this question. But guys, going to before next step, please like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about the SDET rule interview questions. Okay, so let's start. So the first question is, what is difference between verification and validation? So guys, verification is a process what we are building, and validation refers to what we have to be built. Verification is a process where we have to be checked on the document base. It's simply things we have to be review, walk through, and the inspection we have to done in the verification. While validation, we have to be execute our software. We have to be perform black box testing. We have to be exactly execute our software to find out the bugs, and we have to note down the bugs error message what exactly we are getting, as well as we have to execute our written test cases to perform functional testing and checking if the software is behave as per expected or not. Okay, so the basic difference is that are we building the right product, and the validation is about can we build right product. So this one is a guys basic difference about the verification and the validation. Okay, so the next question is, what are the different level of testing? So guys, we have different testing levels are unit testing, integration testing, system testing and acceptance testing. So the unit testing focus on the development part. Once developer done testing at his her own level is called unit testing, because they have to test the specific they have to test their code model wise. Okay, the integration level, once we have to be connect our API with the database, is called integration testing. In the integration testing, we have to verify between integrated model or component, means your login is uh, your login model is connected with the dashboard or not. Once you have to be enter any username password, then it will be related to the dashboard or not. Or say that, for example, in the Gmail, once you have to enter your username and password in the Google Mail, then it will be redirected to your inbox, and inbox is also integrated with the sendbox, outbox as well. Okay, and the system testing refers to your end-to-end testing, where you have to ensure all the specified requirements are perfectly running. And the acceptance testing is done at the last level and the PO level. Once you have to done every testing, every bugs is closed, all the bugs are closed, so that time we have to go to the uh, product teams or the final stakeholders, uh, and to ensure that the product we are building is as per the expectation or not, and performed end user or the client testing. Okay, question number 3, what is the difference between smoke and sanity testing? This is most common important question. So the smoke testing is we have to be executed at the initial level, and sanity test we have to execute at the last level. While in the smoke testing, we have to perform basic functionality to application are working after new build, uh, what shallow testing, as well as example verifying the application launch and the main feature are accessible. And in the sanity testing, we have to just check the happy flow and narrow but deep testing. Okay, narrow testing, but not we have to find out the bugs. Okay, so the next question is, how do you prioritize test case when time is limited? So this is really most of the time interviewer ask, most of the time manager ask. So this is very frequent question. So in that case, you have to find out the first critical area, then risk based testing you have to find out business impact and the frequent use scenario, and the regression testing. So these 5 factors you have to consider in prioritize once you are prioritizing your test case. Again, I am repeating: identify critical area, risk based testing, business impact, frequent use scenario and the regression testing. These are the most common 5 points you have to be answer. Okay, the next question is, what is the difference between severity and priority? So the guys, severity refers to your impact of bug on the functionality, and priority refers to the impact of bug on your business. Okay, so the severity assigned by the tester and priority assigned by the developer or a project manager. Okay, the severity have critical, major and minor. Okay, and the is you can also call trivial, but in the priority is low, high, medium and the highest. Okay, And the basic key difference is severity about the technical impact and the priority about the business impact, as I have already earlier told you. Okay, the next question, what is the purpose of traceability matrix? The traceability matrix is a document that map test cases to the requirement to ensure 100% coverage or not. The purpose of this document to verify all the requirements are covered by the test cases and identify gaps in the testing as well as test defects back to specified requirement or not. So guys, see below here, I have printed some I'm sharing with you some chart here. So this one is a basic row column format. So the requirement ID is you have to denote by uniqueness any, and the description user login functionality you have to check, and then use case ID, and after that you have to provide the description like you have to testing the with the valid credential, and then its status is passed or failed. Okay, next question, what is the exploratory testing and when would you use it? So the exploratory testing approach where tester actively explore the application without predefined test cases. Once they have no idea about how to generate the test cases, what are the test cases, once he has no requirement and limited requirement, so in that case the tester as a QA engineer, he will be doing exploratory testing. And the purpose of this testing is to discover hidden defects, validation, usability and design issue, test area not covered by the script test, even when to use when requirements are incomplete or unclear. In that case, we have to perform the exploratory testing during early stages of the testing to identify major flaws. For the testing complex workflow for the edge cases, we have to perform the exploratory testing. Next question, how do you ensure a defect report is effective? So in that case, you have to be ensures like clear title, detailed step of the reproduction, expected actual result, attachment. If you have to any screenshot, any video, you have to provide this one, as well as you have to mention the severity and priority of this bug, as well as environment specification, in which environment this bug is happened, and as well as in the OS specific, browser specific, environment specific, you have to mention in the defect report. The next question, how would you test a login page? So to test the login page, you have to be kept in your mind the first thing you have to be answer. Firstly, we have to do the functional testing, then we have to do the boundary analysis, and then we have to perform the negative testing, and after that we have to perform the security testing. Okay, in the security testing, we have to be verify the password is encrypted or not encrypted, as well as we have to provide the SQL injection, cross-site scripting in the text box we have to provide it, as well as we have to perform the usability testing and the accessibility testing as well, and the cross-browser testing we have to perform for the login page. So again guys, I'm again going to repeat. First, you have to perform functional testing, second boundary value analysis, third one negative testing, fourth one security testing, fifth one usability testing, and the sixth one is cross browser testing. So these 5 points you have to be answered. Okay, the next question, how do you ensure complete test coverage? So for this one, you have to be answer, understand the requirement. Firstly, we have to be understand the requirement, what exactly the requirement says, what exactly written down in the requirement. Okay, the next thing, categorize your test scenario, positive, negative, functional, non-functional. You have to categorize your test cases. And third one is include positive and negative test cases, and as well as you have to be use equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis to divide your test cases. Okay, and perform exploratory testing, as well as you have to review by the peer review means you have to be conduct peer review to test case, ensure requirement are missed. Peer review means you have to be conduct a meeting with the development team and the PO with the PO. Okay, to verify is all the requirements are fulfilled or not. But guys, before demo, not in the demo, but before demo, you have to be conduct a peer review meeting. Just a basic meeting, just about the discussion meeting you have to be conduct with the product and the development team. Okay, the next question, what is regression testing? How do you decide what to include? In the regression testing means ensure the recent change or fix do not breaking existing functionality, inclusion the test case model impact by the code changes, core feature of the application, high priority defect fix in the recent build, as tests of the integration with the external system. And you have to be use the approach like risk based strategy, maintain regression, automation, repetitive regression. You have to be used in the regression testing. The next question, how do you handle incomplete or ambiguous requirement? So in that case, you have to clarify with the stakeholder, refers to similar feature, document assumptions, create a risk-based plan, and communicate effectively. And before going to the stakeholder, you have to be note down all the things in your document, and then you have to be send an email, or you have to directly connect with your the stakeholder to capture all the requirements again. Okay, the next question, what is the difference between retesting and regression testing? So the retesting is refers to the verify specify defect is fixed or not, and the regression testing and focus on the code change does not impact any existing functionality. Okay, so this one is a really one of the most important interview question. The next question, what is the usability testing and what aspects do you check? In the usability testing, evaluate user friendly, your application is user friendly or not. And for this one, guys, I have already created a video, separate video. So if you are not aware about the usability testing, you have to be check my playlist. In that I have already covered about the usability testing. Moreover, I will share this video link in the description as well. So you have to be more clarify about the what is usability testing and what factors you have to be kept in mind once you are performing usability testing. So in that case, you have to perform like navigation, content clarity, consistency, maintain accessibility, and the performance. Okay, so then the usability testing, you have to be kept in mind the 5 things. The next question, how would you test a payment gateway? So this one is a very important question, and this on the payment gateway, we have to on initial level we have to perform the risk-based testing. So on before risk-based testing, firstly we have to create our test plan, and then we have to create a test scenario, and then we have to create a test cases, and in the test cases we have to verify, we have to perform a functional testing, and then we have to perform the security testing, and then boundary value analysis, integration testing. Integration testing means it will be integrated with the third party or not, because the payment gateway is referred by the third party utility like PayPal, Paytm, or Stripe, or XYZ, Amazon Pay. And you have to be also perform the negative testing, and the most and also you have to set some benchmark for the negative testing. Okay, to ensure that the everything work perfectly for the payment gateway, as well as you have to verify the performance testing. Okay, once you have to perform the transaction, so that time you have to measure the performance, how much time it will be take to uh, take payment, and how much time it will be take to generate invoice after the payment. Okay, the next question, what is exploratory testing and how do you approach it? So the exploratory testing is unrestricted approach to uncover unhidden, so not unhidden, hidden defects by the exploring and application. In that we have to just explore the things, nothing else. And the approach you have to follow the define the character of the focus area, and the start with the basic functionality, and then take note down the unusual and expected behavior, prioritize the test cases and the high complexity recent changes, as well as you can use the tools like session recorder and the document finding. Okay, so I hope guys this video is really helpful for you to crack the interview. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about the SDET role interview question. Thank you. Have a nice day.